an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard.
Coach, playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Wait, set. Alabama, 380.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Wait, set. Wait, Eddie.
Everyone's got 4 down.
Alert!
Slow. No. Check safety. Safe.
Hey, bolt 66. Malcolm.
Whip.
He's bolt 50.
Here's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Hey.
80 weapon. 25. Check 25.
He's coming. Double up.
Check it. Reload.
Check. Shift.
Check it.
Check 99. Hey, alert 3.
Shadow.
From the gun, it's Brady. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Brady's throw there complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22. This is one thing you can't do with Tom Brady. Let him get in a rhythm, let him get rolling early.
Every time you talk about Tom Brady or any other great quarterback, you always talk to the defensive guys and they say, you got to get him off his spot. What they mean by that is when you go back 3-step, 5-step, 7-step drop, and they just hit the same spot, and then they're set up to throw the ball, get them to move a little bit, get them to hold the ball. And the pressure that affects just about any quarterback, right up the middle. Remember the Super Bowl? Atlanta's best success came up the middle pressure, what we call gut pressure.
Check 26.
Ozzy. Shadow.
From the 16, Brady. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Brady now to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Watch tight end. Even. 4 down.
Off play action. Love. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 15.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Love. Man open. That's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down. They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Check it. Hold 50. Rip.
On 1st down, Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing? He was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Well, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Looking downfield for Godwin. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, 62 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Off the play fake. Love. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Love. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
And a Packer first down.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
The 22-yard line.
Ready. Check back 11. Switch up.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On third down, Love. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Kendall Beckwith able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up fourth down. And the 13-year man puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Single. Regular. Here I come. I'm coming after you. Recon, 132. Hey, Alabama.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining.
Go.
Shotgun now for Brady. And this is going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a man open down the middle of the field and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
We play to win. Let's go.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The throw over the middle taken in. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 44-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Love. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Looking to throw. Love. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Check the backer, check the backer. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Back, back, back.
Check 9, check 9. Check me 2.
Check hot route. Hot, hot.
Alert!
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
450. Alpha.
The final shot before half for Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Looking to throw on second down. Love. And Anderson's got it. Touchdown, Packers. Up 78 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. Well, they talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check it. Switch.
Hatchet. Tighten up. Shit.
Let's go out. No, 60.
Here's Brady to throw. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
Kill. Check. Lucky.
Hey, Alabama.
Check. Fresh.
Check it.
Throwing now is Brady. He's got Evans. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
On 2nd and 15 now. Brady. And this is caught by Evans. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
That's another Buccaneers first down.
They come out here in the eye.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey.
Now Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go again to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Well, the second down throw on target. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Throwing on first down. Love is complete to Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a big.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Levante David, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Back to throw. Love. And he's going to go down again. Devin White in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Love. And that is incomplete. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Check 13. Hey, 66. 72.
Again, it's Jones. And an alley to run. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 78 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by M.J. Stewart. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Open man, Gronkowski complete. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It goes as a loss of 6, and now 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Running right, Jones. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Off play action. Love. And the pressure gets to him again. Jason Pierre-Paul. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun. Love. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Love nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White, and now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Check.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st down, Jones. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Levante David able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. On 4th down, Love. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
What shadow?
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
You got it!
And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to the